let's get into our conversation with a Los Angeles native and an incredible human being, someone who can speak to this city so much. She wrote a real love letter herself to this beautiful place. It's Billie Eilish.
I watched your documentary. I've been following you for as long as I can remember. And there's a moment in your concert when you snap your ankle and you walk off stage and you come out. And this is one of the reasons why I'm so in love with you, is because you say, look, I just want to do it a certain way. And people don't know how to usually be so honest in those moments. How do you just say it like it is? How do you know to do that? That is such an art.
You know, I've always been very, very strong-willed and honest, which I think is like a blessing and a curse. But the funny thing is that the older I've gotten, the less confident I've gotten. And it kind of made me like almost, because I rewatched the doc like a few weeks ago, and it made me cry because I was thinking how like free-spirited I was and how open-minded I was. And then it's like the media just like tears it away from you, and it's like it's not fun right now. So it's like I'm trying
I know I'm
trying to, like, I don't know, but
believe me, I get it. I have such faith that you will, because even when you're struggling, you're aware of the struggle. You said something that really struck me in the documentary. You really have this issue with the word fans. And I was wondering where that stems from.
I think that the reason that it was so weird to me was because one moment I was a fan, and then suddenly I was looked at as this like higher up suddenly, even when I was 14. And it was so weird because I was like, I'm not even anyone. I just make music, and these kids that I feel like I already know suddenly like, oh, they're Billie's fans, and then there's Billie. And so that's why it was so weird to me. But I think of them as like literally my skin, like part of me, and like how I get through stuff. And, you know, they always have my back, and like they're fans because just as much as I'm a fan, but that doesn't make them any less than me or anybody else, you know?
Now, one of the things that I'm also so in love with you for is your directing. Why did you know that you would be the one to take control and get your vision across?
I mean, I've always had the ideas already. I just didn't really know that I could do them myself for a while. But then after a while, I was just like, you know what? I want to do this because I think I've realized that this is what I've wanted to do all along. And I can actually, like, I have to prove myself. And I really had to prove myself, because who's going to trust a little 15-year-old kid that doesn't have any experience at all? But I did, and it's been like...
Someone did.
Yeah, the best decision ever. Ever.
And kind of like, you know, do you know Pippi Longstocking?
Yeah? Hell yeah.
The Go-Go's Beauty and the Beat album and Pippi Longstocking were like these two things that collided in my world when I was a little girl right here in Los Angeles. And they both showed me that like I could do anything. It didn't matter that I was a girl, and I didn't have to become a man or a man hater. I could be all things girl, but I could do anything.
Yeah.
And I loved how personal you were about the marketing and putting out of your album. How are you feeling about this album being out there now? How does it feel?
It feels good. I was very, very, very nervous and very worried and anxious. 'Cause also, you know, sophomore album is like, has more pressure than the first one, because especially if people really liked the first one, and it's my favorite thing in the world, and I have so much trust and love shoved into this project. And I mean, it's terrifying that it's out in the world. It's like, couldn't be scarier to me, but I am also very happy and pleased and hope that, you know, people can actually listen to the lyrics and actually understand them and listen to me, and contribute it to their own life and like put it in their own situations. And like, I hope that it helps people and like just makes them make a difference in their life and change something in their life that's been bothering them or something, because that's what music is for.
Well, I love you, and I will be going to bed tonight, as I usually do, playing the PJ Party video in my head, and usually I'm there with you girls. Like,
oh my God, can we just be best friends? Please.
I would love it.
I love you so much. This is an insanely like surreal interview. I don't know why it's a big deal for you, because it's an insanely enormous deal for me, and you're Drew Barrymore, so shut up.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Her new album, Happier Than Ever, is available now and accompanied by her cinematic concert experience, Happier Than Ever, a love letter to Los Angeles, which is available on Disney+. I'm going to say something directly to Billie. You deserve to be happier than ever. It is a privilege to watch you on your journey. You bring tears to my eyes at how much I love you. Thank you for allowing me to have a great conversation with you.